We turn our attention now to the final sixth and final senior Rotax heat, groups B versus C, race 13 out of 15 today. Here's your starting grid. On pole position, Janis Diak from Germany will be followed by countryman Farhan Mega alongside. Lewis Gilbert from Great Britain, via Scotland of course, will be joined by Italy's Matteo Pianezzola on row 2. Alexander Abkazava from Georgia and the UAE's Zach Scowler round out row 3. Another Emirati in the form of Rashid Ghanem will be on the inside of row number 4 alongside Dutch driver Luke Neeson. Another Dutchman in the form of Devian Horst will be joined by the UAE's Lachlan Robinson, who completes the top 10. It's Hungary and Austria on row number 6 with Zomber Kovac and Mete Argun. Italy and the Netherlands on row number 7 with Elia Galvanin and Sam Van Til. Canada and Hungary on row 8 with Jason Leung and Arnold Domingo. Spain and Germany represented on row number 9 with Philip Bava and Bennett Arens, with Matthias Kron from Denmark, Jan Schultz from Israel, and from the Czech Republic, Mateo Richter rounds out the 21-strong grid. I have not seen Philip Bava come through the timing. I'm just going to wait for them all to get through after turn 6 and see if I can pick him out, because they're on their sighting lap at the moment. And Philip Bava looks to be on the circuit. Wetsuit on, wet tyres as well. So this and 2 more races remain, and then after everything is said and done, every technical item and sporting decision needing to be made, we will have our confirmed ranking after heats, which will set the tone for the last finals day of the 2022 season here in Bavaria in southern Germany. So the drivers now slow to a crawl. 10.5 rows, 21 drivers, 10 minutes on the clock, plus an additional lap. They head into the tram lines, revs rise. Here we go. Lights are out, we are off and underway. And there's quite a few drivers getting a bit tail happy going through the start phase. Stiak leads them through into turn number 3. Gilbert looks to have already got the initial assertion and tries to go. I think he's gotten up into the lead, and he has got through into the lead. So the drivers, look at the amount of spray coming through turn 4. It's an absolute deluge. It's very muddy off of the outskirts of turn number 6 as they filter their way through. No one's had a bit of a drama going off track so far as they come through. Robinson trying to make his way through. Oh, and he tries to get through. Might have been on either Rashid Ghanem or Zach Scowler. It was on the latter that he did. And now he tries to launch it up the inside through turn number 11. Has to wait and bide his time. But it is, at the moment, Lewis Gilbert leading the way ahead of Janis Diak in the 339. As they hurtle their way across over the crest into turns 13 and 14. And Stiak gets a little bit sideways, trying to put the power down out of turn 14. Gilbert leading the way. Stiak's got an absolute face full of spray right now as they go through into turns 1, 2 and 3. The deluge of spray, it's difficult to pick the drivers out sometimes, but there has been a launch. Robinson up the inside of turn 4 on Rashid Ghanem. He gets through on the 341. Nearly had an opportunity of getting through on Alexander Abkazava from Georgia, who currently rounds out the top 5. But at the moment, it's Lewis Gilbert and Janis Stiak. Stiak has yet to win a race, if memory serves me correctly. So Lewis Gilbert trying to be the only person today that will have won 2 heats. But Farhan Mega has also won a race. And the one in the middle, Janis Stiak, has yet to do so. Just under 8 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. So another lap completed. Lap 2 in the books. Farhan Mega with the fastest lap of the race. He currently sits in 3rd. Now Stiak goes for the move up the inside of Gilbert. Gilbert gets the switch back. Power's in front, but Stiak's going to get the inside run for turn 5. But Gilbert still keeps the throttle planted. Had the presence of mind to do so, and Firing Mega went a little bit wide on the approach into turn number 6 and nearly gave an opportunity to Matteo Pianizzola for the Italian to get through on 3rd position. But Firing Mega looking up the inside of Janis Stiak through turn number 8. As they go through turns 9 and 10, the very, very distinctive chicane here. Poise of braking and throttle manipulation required. Battle further down the order. Well, Zombor Kovac is out of place. He's battling away with Semban Thiel. And they've also got, I think that is 341. That is Rashid Ghanim, who was at one point in 7th position. So Gilbert leading by just under 2/10. Janis Stiak in the slipstream, but has got to really judge it right. When they're going literally foot to the floor through turn 3, they do lift. Sometimes the back end might step out a little bit. It's always about what the driver's feeling underneath their backsides. They're literally millimetres from the tarmac underneath. The top 3 last time around were covered by just under 7/10. It's a further second back to Matteo Pianizzola in 4th. 5th, it's Alexander Abkazava, who is being hunted down by the 303 of the UAE's Lachlan Robinson. Luke Neeson ahead of Rashid Ghanim. Zach Scowler, Bennett Arons round out the top 10. Philip Vava having a good run in this race, like heat number 2 for him, where he had a DNF and there was a repair, some repair work needed at the KR Sport awning for the Spaniard. He's running in 11th position and is 6/10 off the German. So Philip Vava could be up into the top 10. He did say to me on Facebook earlier on this week, well, I'm here for just a bit of fun. Well, you can't not scratch that competitive itch. Still just under 9/10 separate the top 3 as we're on lap number 5 of the race itself. So we're now at the halfway point, and Gilbert still has the lead in his pocket for the moment. Oh, Stiak and also Mega go sideways coming out of turn 10. And then have to straighten the carts up. There's always some very, very differing lines, and I'm glad that one driver that was in the previous heat, Andrei Petrovic, learnt his lesson at turn 11 when he rearranged the barriers on the outskirts of the corner. If anyone gets a bit too close to that grass, that wet grass, that will pitch them sideways and exit stage right. In the meantime, Lachlan Robinson is now within 7/10, maybe even less than that now, as they're coming through into turn numbers 5 and 6. Some great jewels up and down the order. As Philip Vava is ahead of the Dutch driver from RB Motorsport, Semban Thiel, the 370. And the sun is trying to break through the clouds. It's adding a bit of an interesting dynamic in terms of visibility, but hopefully that might assist the drivers. As Elia Galvanin is trying to go up the inside of Matthias Kron from Denmark, and the Dane just literally sprints like a primed racehorse, just puts the power down out of turn number 11 and launches past the Italian as if he was standing still. But now the battle for the race lead, it started to extend between second and third place, because Fahin Mega dropped a lot of time to Janis Stiak to the tune of over 2.5 of a second. So just under 3 minutes remain of this final senior Rotax heat. And Lewis Gilbert, the way things are going at the moment, he's got an opportunity. I have seen in the meantime that Lachlan Robinson has got past Alexander Abkazava for 5th place. And Abkazava looking to go up the inside of the Dubai-based driver through into turn 11. Robinson knows that that's not going to happen. He's taking a slightly different racing line. Robinson's first true taste in the wet was back at the International Trophy at Portimao back in December of 2020, having been rescheduled from July during the pandemic to Portimao in December, like literally just before Christmas. Now he's starting to pull away from the Georgian. So Gilbert now starting to stretch his advantage. And he was quicker by nearly 0.3 of a second over Janis Diak. Eli Galvan, in the meantime, has got past Denmark's Matthias Kroner for 14th position, as the sun is again starting to try and break through, and there is a little bit of a different sheen of glare coming up from the tarmac here at the circuit. Gilbert goes on to another lap. Lap number 8 completed, lap 9 underway. His lead over Janis Diak now extends to a second. Behind Mega, further 1.1 seconds behind in 3rd place. Pianitsola, Robinson, Abkazava, Nielsen, Ganem, Arens and Scowler. Philip Bava is still in 11th position. There might have been a little bit of a change. Just coming through turn 5 and into turn 5 and heading into turn number 6. So they're having to manually check when Philip Bava crosses the line. He currently has no transponder, from what I understand, as we're heading into the final 15 seconds of the race, plus an additional lap. A little bit of an attempt, probably from Bennett Arens, on Rashid Ghanem going through turn number 11, as the timer counts down. And Gilbert now heads on to the penultimate lap. It's going to be 11 laps in total, as the timer expires. Advantage now is 1.3 seconds between Gilbert and Stiak. Gilbert on course for 2 wins today here in Wackersdorf. The majority of the field now having made their way through turn number 3 and into 4. Lewis Gilbert powers his way to turn number 11. Sweeps out wide, puts the power down, now on the brakes, keep it nice and in a straight line, go towards the outside line, then now put the power down to get the traction. Full help of the waft behind him. A bit of understeer going into turn 13, but that's very much the case with wet weather conditions. Last lap board is out. Gilbert now has a lead of nearly 1.4 seconds ahead of Stiak. Mega a further 1.4 seconds. Well, literally, it's 1.398 seconds between Gilbert and Stiak, and between Stiak and Mega, it's exactly the same gap. Never seen that in quite a while. Matteo Pianitsola, Lachlan Robinson, Alexander Abkazava, Luke Nielsen, Rashid Ghanem, Bennett Arens and Zach Scowler rounding out the top 10 at the moment. Race leader now making his way towards the penultimate, the last hairpin on the circuit, and then turns 13 and 14. Janis Stiak gave him a fright at first, but the pride of Scotland comes through turns number 13 and 14. It's a double victory here today for Lewis Gilbert in the 3:29, beating Janis Stiak, his teammate, to the victory by just under 1.5 seconds. Farin Mega rounds out the top 3 positions with Matteo Pianitsola, Lachlan Robinson, Alexander Abkazava, Luke Nielsen, Rashid Ghanem, Bennett Arends and Zach Scowler rounding out the top 10 places. So that makes it 2 wins for Lewis Gilbert, 1 for Farin Mega, 1 for Lachlan Robinson, 1 for Kai Hunter, and 1 in the penultimate heat of the day, Kai Gilletz. So a convincing, comfortable victory for the Scotsman. Let's have a look at the rest of the results from 11th downwards. Philip Vava from Spain ended up in 11th at the flag, ahead of Sem van Tiel, Zombor Kovac, Elia Galvanin and Jason Leung in 15th, rounding out the top 20. It's Matthias Krohn from Denmark, Matej Richter from the Czech Republic, Devian Vost from the Netherlands, Arnold Domingo from Hungary, Mete Argun from Austria, and Israel's Yaren Schultz rounding out the 21-strong grid, all making it to the checkered flag after 11 laps of racing.